Hello, everyone. This is Christian for the Cross Trails podcast episode. Shit, is it six? Six. Yeah, it's six. Six. Cool. Today's going to be a quick one because I've got to be back in the office in 24 minutes to be precise. So it's going to be fast paced. And yeah, a bit short. I was meant to get my mate Lewis on to talk about his Snowdon 50 race, but to be honest, I forgot that I said I was going to do that, and I never just got around to asking him. So I will ask him as soon as I finish this podcast. As soon as I finish recording this, I'll give him a message and be like, "Hey mate, fancy doing this for me?" It'd be massive solid. Today I've got a few things I want to touch on. First thing is I ran 2.5 hours on Sunday, and it was my first time wearing the Innovate X Talon Ultra 260s. They're a trainer I've been wanting to try for a long time now because I just want a shoe that can go over typical British terrain, which is usually which is usually muddy, wet, slippy. Um, so I was like, fuck, I need to find something. Because I've been wearing the Rock Lights, which are bloody amazing shoe. That's more for like, it's in the name really. It's in more rocky areas, such as for like Snowdonia and that. And I tried the Rock Light Ultras. They're not suitable for me, unfortunately. I was like, shit, right, okay. Well, this 100 miler I've got. It's mostly like just trail. I think it says like 20% of it's road. Um, so I mean, when you think 20% is not a lot, but 20% of 100 miles is 20 miles. Of 100 miles is 20 miles. So, you know, is it? Oh, hang on. Guess I'm on maths. 10% of 100 is 10. So yeah, no, it is. Fucking hell. I'm awful. Um, I just needed to find a shoe. Again, Lewis. It's just going to be Lewis, isn't it? He has a pair. This is when we were doing a recce of the Lakeland 100. Me and him went out, done a recce, and I saw them, and I thought they looked pretty cool. The lugs looked really aggressive on them. And actually, the first time I saw them was the Dragon's Back race 2022. I think 2022. Gary House was running it, and I was on registration. I don't remember what I was doing. I was just knocking about. I think I was just sort of trying to look busy. But I saw he had a pair as like his rotation shoe, and I just thought they look fucking solid. And then and it was always one of them. Oh, I'll buy them when they go a bit cheaper. I'll buy them when they sale. Or they've not got my size. I'll wait. And then I saw Lewis wearing them. I asked him his opinion. He said, yeah, pretty good shoes. And I was like, and then I was just like, obviously I booked my race for the fucking hell, what am I doing? The Winter Downs 100. And was like, shit, I need some shoes because my rock lights are dead. The Cascadias that I have, the Brooks Cascadias, they probably won't be suitable. They're pretty knackered now. Speed, I've got a good pair of Salomon Speed crosses. They're fine, but I was like, I need more than just one pair to sort of, and I've had them a while. So I was just like, shit, okay, I need to sort out some shoes. So I bought the Rocklight Ultras and the X Ultra Talons on the same day. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll just sort of do 50 miles in one shoe, 50 miles in another, depending on the terrain. Like I said, unfortunately, the rock lights are not suitable. So this weekend, get back to my fucking story. I was, I was like, right, I've got 2.5 hours run to do today. Let's do an hour and 15 of sandstone trail and just make my way back. So I parked. I didn't do from the start. I went from a little place just outside Delamere Forest called Gresty's Waste. If you've done the Chester Ultra 50 or the 100, you will be familiar with it. It's the stairs you go up just before you then cross the road to then go to Delamere Forest, to the checkpoint there. So yeah, so I started from there and went towards Whitchurch. So again, if you've done the Chester Ultra, I was going the opposite way. It's the way you're going. I was just following the Sandstone Trail for an hour and 15, and then obviously try and make it an hour and 15 back. And fucking brilliant shoes. So we had quite heavy rain, um, and Sandstone Trail's always boggy anyway. It's always wet and and that, and yeah, solid shoe. I could not praise it any better. It was perfect in every way. The fit was perfect. The only thing for me, and maybe it's me, is because I do a single knot when I tie my shoes. They kept coming undone. That's my only thing with them. So I double knotted, and that was fine. Um, but yeah, and the what I noticed was really good about the shoe in terms of grip was on my way back seeing my footprints as I was going out. So I'd see, how fucking deep the lugs were going into the mud and stuff, and so it was just showing how much grip they really do have. Um, so yeah, in the mud, absolutely amazing. Um, I'm a bit crap on downhills. Um, I'm quite shit on downhills actually. I think it's a bit of both. I do I do I do slack off in terms of strength, so my legs probably aren't as strong as they need to be. It's a bit of mental in regards of I really don't want to hurt myself going down this hill. And it's a bit of I'm not sure if I trust these shoes going down, but these shoes, there was a downhill section. It's not steep, but it's one that I'd usually slow down on. I didn't feel like I needed to. I felt comfortable going down at a good pace. Um, yeah, really good shoes. The Ultra X Talons, really good shoes. Um, I will 100% be wearing them at the 100 miler. I'm looking at getting another pair. It will have to wait till payday because I am skint. Um, and there's a reason for that, which I'll go into. No, actually, it's not the reason because I've used my savings for it. But anyway, I digress. Um, so yeah, I was yeah, big fan of the shoe. I will be wearing them. I don't. Yeah, I might have both of them to rotate. I need to double check to see on the route if there's just one like long road section or if it's just like little bits in between, styles and whatnot. Um, yeah, I need to double check that really. Because then what I might do is maybe got um I've got Kev as my crew, and like I mentioned, I've got someone else I need to speak to actually about if they're up for it. They said they're up for it, so we'll check. What the fuck was I going on about? Oh yeah, so I need to decide basing base off the route if I'm gonna have another pair of more maybe all-terrain shoes. Um, we'll see. We'll see. I am meant to be getting a pair of Speedgoat 6s sent to me by Hoka. They have sent them, it's just they've not arrived, so they're going to check the tracking for me, which is very nice of them. And also, yeah, so anyway, so there was me going out for this 2.5 hour run. There's a bit of a two-parter because, and this is a bit of a rant if I'm honest. I don't rant often. Actually, I do. A lie. Ask Heidi Rogers if I rant. She'll fucking tell you. um, so I done my 2.5 hour run. I think it was distance wise. It was just over a half marathon. Multiple factors. One, I was going at an easy pace. Two, I was running through quite thick mud a lot of it. Three, lots of downed trees. And four, it's an easy pace. You know, not meant to be going fast. Then I got a private message on Strava, of all things. It's my first DM on Strava, and it pissed me off because they were questioning why I went so slow. How's it taking you 2.5 hours to do a half marathon? Um, and as Michael Jordan would say, I took that personally. It really pissed me off. One, it's in the caption, easy pace. You can check my heart rate. My heart rate was like 135, 140. Um, and it's a trail run. But the thing is, as well, they're a road runner, and sorry if you're a road runner, but not a lot of road runners understand trail running at all. They don't get it. I've got one friend. I think he's on the spectrum, if I'm honest. He's just very matter of the fact. Like he like, why are you going so slow? And all. I get it from him, but this other person pissed me off because I don't know him well. I don't even know why I've got my Strava because I only tend to have people on Strava that I've met in real life. This person is not one of them. So yeah, and then I just sort of explained as politely as possible. Uh, Mate, it's an easy pace. The terrain doesn't allow for 4-minute kilometers. Um, the weather was shit. Also, if I just want to throw that in, it's raining sideways. What else? What else did I say to him? I wrote a big fucking paragraph. Um, but yeah, basically explained to him people who actually train run slow a lot of the time. Doing easy pace, unless we're doing like intervals or something like that. A lot of times it's easy pace. So, especially when you're training for 100 milers. Um, so yeah, that really, really fucked me off. Um, yeah, and yeah, I just think, yeah, it's just so. I mean, it's the same with like I don't know. I might be ignorant in regards to track running, or I can't say road running because I've done road running. I've done that before I started trail running. But things like track running and actual cross country. When they do it with the spikes and all that. Yeah, I wouldn't have a Scooby Doo about that because they do it in teams, and I'm like, you um, I can be a team player, but it's rarely that I need to be. So yeah, I think maybe I'd struggle. Um, but yeah, no, it pissed me off that did. Uh, so yeah, so that was Sunday. Yesterday, I was meant to record this yesterday, um, but I went to see my nan and granddad after work. So yeah, got put on the back burner. Um, uh, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, so I mentioned um, I'm skint, but the reason what I was going to mention isn't the reason I'm skint. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this before. Oh shit, hang on, what's my phone doing? No, we're good. We're good. Um, so earlier in the year, I'd done Great Lakeland 3 day like I do for the past. Oh, it was my second one. I thought I'd done three. My second, yeah, GL3D, where I've met Carmine. If you're in the trail or ultra running community on Instagram, you've probably met him. Usually playing an accordion. Um, so we're in a communal area. He let me have a go of it. Um, whacked out a bit of Frere Jacques, and he was like, "Oh, have you played this before?" And I was like, "No, never played an accordion before in my life." And he was like, "Oh no, you know you should because you've got it nailed." Um, and that's all I had to hear. You tell me I'm good at something, I will continue to do it. So I bought a concertina like a couple of weeks later, which is like basically a really small accordion, no piano or anything. It's just like, little buttons on each side. Um, and yeah, I nailed that, but I cheated because I can't read music. Um, but I can play the harmonica, and I found a note on the concertina which sounded like the five on a harmonica in 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 C. So I was like, right, okay, I know that one. And then I just sort of went down. So I've been using harmonica tabs, like, songs for how like it's how it tells you to play a song on harmonica. I've been using that to play this concertina, and I've got it pretty good now. I can do a few songs without having to look at the paper and whatnot. So I was like, I was like, I eventually want to get an piano accordion. So I've been saving and learning this concertina, making sure it's not just some sort of thing that I'm going to pick up and then like drop in a month. Because I've done that before. I've taken up a hobby and then a month later it's forgotten about. So I don't often do that, to be fair. Once I'm doing something, I tend to stick to it. Um, so yeah, yeah. Then on Thursday, yeah, I went to a shop called Back Alley Music and Mould, North Wales. They had one that I've been eyeing up for ages. It's one of them where I've been putting my money away. I've been looking for them, been asking Carmine for suggestions and whatnot. Then I saw this one of a brand that you mentioned, good price. I was like, right, okay. Like once I've got enough in savings to pay for that and a bit extra in my savings, I'll go and get it. So I did, and straight away I'm learning stuff on it. There's an app which I downloaded to help me to learn music notes, just basic ones for now. Um, and because it's for piano, it's like, oh, on this lesson we'll learn you to play the piano with two hands. It's like, well, I don't want to be doing that because I can only use one hand for the piano bit, and I need the other hand for the bass um, notes. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, like I said, I'll probably just learn stuff just off by chance and that, and there's like TikTok's quite good for it. One of the first songs I wanted to learn on the accordion was I'm not sure if you remember it. There was a song called "Stereo Love." I can't remember who it was by. I think it was by like a Romanian, or it was like that sort of area. It was that one. So yeah, I learned to do that. I'm not getting it every time. I'll be honest. But it's getting there, and I learned what's fucking Mozart Ode to Joy or whatever. So yeah, learning. Carmine, bless him, he was very excited about me getting this. He's like, oh, you have to come and do Helvellyn carols. So I probably will do. So what he does every year, if you don't know, is he goes up Helvellyn with a bunch of like-minded people, hikers, trail runners. They do Christmas carols while they go up Helvellyn. It's like a charity thing. Very, very sweet. So I said, yeah, yeah, and just don't expect me to bring my accordion because we won't be duetting anytime soon. So yeah, so that was it really on the. I don't want to bore you with my musical stuff when this is more of a running, but like I said, it's cross trails, it's crossing genres and all that. So, and I'm sure as I get better, I'll be boring you more with accordion talk. Um, so yeah, so today, my training plan, I've got an hour and 10 minutes. Tomorrow I've got an hour, another hour and 10 minutes on Thursday, and then 2.5 hours on Saturday and 2.5 hours on Sunday. So yeah, busy week. Um, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do over the weekend. Obviously, try and stick to trails. Obviously I love the mountains. Mountains is where I feel most comfortable, but there's no mountains on this race that I'm training for. So it's like, is there any point really doing mountains unless it specifically says on the training plan hilly? Um, then I might take it to the next level. Oh, but this weekend, if you're in the Lake District, I will be in Keswick. So it's the 13 Valleys race. Yeah, I'm going to be supporting Nelly while she does the two valleys. So I'm going to be knocking about Keswick. I'm going to be with my dog. I think me and him are going to go up Walla Crag. So that's going to be my 2.5 hours because we're going to go at a pace. There's me saying no mountains. I mean, it's not. It's like 300 meters. You know what I mean? It's not a mountain. Um, so yeah, go up there at a pace, come down, make sure we're there at the finish because the two valleys starts and finishes. It's the 22k that one, so that starts and finishes in Keswick. So I'm going to be around there. So if you're in the Lake District this weekend, if you're racing or not or whatever, give me a shout because I will probably be doing. I'll be on the alcohol-free beers because I'm driving Nell back in there and back on the same day. So I'll be on the alcohol-free Guinness and yeah, I'll be knocking about. So if you're there, it's quite funny. My friend Marie, she's just moved from Sheffield to the Lake District. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be there this weekend. She's like, I'm going back to Sheffield. It's typical. But I have noticed it is now 57 minutes past 1, and I've got to be. Actually, no, I left my lunch a bit later than 1, so I'm probably all right. I just don't want to take the piss, you know. People I work with are good people. Especially my manager, she lets me get away with murder sometimes. Not like me being naughty, just just things like I might turn up like, no, do you know what? I've never been late. Yeah, I don't know. She's just cool. She's just cool. I don't actually. She didn't let me get away with murder because I've not actually done anything. So ignore me. I don't know what I'm on about. She's just a cool manager. But yeah, no. I do need to go back probably because I'm sat in my car as per usual because I keep forgetting to record the fucking podcast. Um, but yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this one a bit better than last week. Last week I felt was a bit weak. I didn't enjoy putting it out, to be honest. I kind of felt like would it have just been better to not do anything. Um, yeah, because it was just kind of like, oh shit, I wanted to do this, but this didn't happen. Whereas this time I have a bit more to talk about. So yeah, it just felt a bit like, oh, what should I talk about today? Um, so yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this one a bit better. Um, Last week was the first one I didn't have any feedback on, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go because I need to get back to work. I need to clean the car as well. So anyway, latest taters, have a good one. I'll speak to you Monday, hopefully, if I remember to actually do it on time. Have a good one. Bye.